What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? Good evening. How's everybody doing? Figured we'd try another evening live stream. See how many people show up, shall we? See how many people show up. All right. So, how about that Bitcoin chart, huh? 108,000 still. Not bad, not bad. I told you guys in a video earlier tonight, we could wick. I wouldn't be surprised if we wick down and maybe even retested the top trend line again, maybe even touch the 30-day SMA at about $106,685. That wouldn't surprise me at all if we wick down there, but we'll probably climb back up to make it a wick either way. So yeah. I mean, kind of looks like we're forming a little bit of a bullpen, it almost, huh? Looking a little bullish if we wick out and come back in. Could be, guys. That would be juicy. I'd like to see it. I would like to see it. All right, let's get in. We got a couple of super chats to get into. Amazing Coins with the 7 herbs and spices, blowing 7 different kinds of smoke. Hey, Rob, sorry I've been absent. Been working graveyards. It kills my sleep schedule. Hey, I get it, brother. I get it, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you supporting the channel. And I appreciate that you're here now, man. Coming at me with a double creature feature. I spent the last 2 hours DCing into Miria, XYO, and Swift. Well, you can't go wrong with any of those, man. And your boy, how you doing, brother? You haven't been around much lately either. Last time I really remembered you saying anything was you said you were changing your living arrangements, so to speak. What's going on, man? Did you find somewhere? What's happening, brother? Working them coins, coming out with a fat on the super chats. Yeah, amazing coins, dropping that 7 herbs and spices. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, so what do we got in the chat today? Isaac, what's up, my dude? Good to see you. Spuds, what's going on, man? Guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow. It doesn't cost you anything. Brandon, I woke up this morning. It doesn't get any better than that. There you go. Hey, exactly, right? Exactly. That's a win right there, man. Kevin, eating less to DCA more, had to buy more Zbeck. Best diet program so far. There you go, man. And I think my internet is acting up. Sorry about that if it was, guys. Paul, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Quentin, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Volks, afternoon, everyone. Chilling like a villain. There you go, man. Anonymous says Moonwell. There you go. There you go. Wow, we're all caught up in the chat already, guys. Rick, mac and cheese to DCA. Absolutely. Alfredo, hey, Rob and family. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Ryan, what's going on? And everyone show up. Just don't always comment. I do hit the likes, though. Hey, that's all I can ask for, man. That's all I can ask for, right? Feed the algorithm. What do we got? 173 people in here, and we have 46 likes. Let's smash the like button, guys. Help the channel grow. Help the channel go. Big things popping, little things stopping. Let's go. N. New here. What's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the family, my friend. Welcome to the family. Fridge is in the house. Good evening, my friend. All right, guys. Well, we're caught up in the chat, so let's get into the news. J Money, we got Bulbasaur in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. So, yeah, Bitcoin, guys, I will be doing some more buying tonight. Keep an eye out for my buy alerts over on the Patreon tonight. It's going to be super fantastic. Just waiting on that rug pull to make me more money, like Rob says. Beebs, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Okay, so what do we got in the news? I don't know how long the stream's going to be. We don't have a whole bunch to talk about, but let's get into it either way. Truth Social applies for Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs with the SEC. Gee, I wonder if that will get approved. Think about this for a second. So Trump's company, Truth Social, applies for a spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. And who's making decisions? Paul Atkins, the guy that Trump just appointed to the SEC. I don't think it's a stretch to say you're probably going to see that get approved in rather short order, right? Which is fantastic. In fact, it is super fantastic. So yeah. Trump's media social media arm, Truth Social, has officially filed for a spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs with the SEC, planning to list it in the New York Stock Exchange. Creating a novel financial vehicle, the ETF application highlights Trump's increasing involvement in crypto, marking the strategic expansion of market offerings. No immediate public reaction have been noted yet. Trump's media and technology group, connected to former President Donald Trump, seeks approval for an Ethereum ETF with Crypto.com as the exclusive custodian. Oh, they're not going with Coinbase, they're going with Crypto.com. Very, very interesting. The registration targets exposure to both Bitcoin and Ethereum with a structured fund. Quote, Trump's Media and Technology Group Corp announced the filing of an initial registration statement with the SEC for the Truth Social Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, which will invest 75% in Bitcoin and 25% in Ethereum. Crypto.com will act as the custodian and execution agent for the ETF, which aims to reflect the price performance of these cryptocurrencies. Nice. Very nice. Crypto.com, alongside Yorkville America Digital, supports custody and operations. This initiative marks an advancement in multi-asset ETFs beyond single-asset frameworks. Key participants like Devin Nunes have not publicly commented yet. Should approval materialize, I think that's kind of a formality, markets could witness shifts in crypto asset interest. Institutional adoption potential remains closely monitored. Concerns over regulatory responses linger, with rules under SEC scrutiny. Upon approval, industry anticipation grows for wider ETF adoption. The SEC ruling could influence potential data-driven outcomes. Historically, multi-asset exposure remains minimal, highlighting the importance of this move, though through investment allocation balances. So, I mean, this is just a formality, guys. Let's be honest. Let's cut through the old crap cake here, right? We all know that Atkins is most definitely going to approve these spot ETFs for Truth Social. It's not a matter of if. It's not a matter of if. All right, guys. Before we move on with the news, a quick shout out to the channel sponsor, as always, Decent Biometric Wallet. Not your keys, not your coins, guys. Use our link down below to get yourself a phenomenal deal on the 2-for-1 for the Decent Wallet. You can take profits on there, swap on there. You can even stake your stablecoin on there, guys, or your crypto. So gain your passive income today. Use our link down below. Get a great, great deal. All right, what else do we have? Let's get into this. All right, I want to try something here first as well, guys. Now, StreamYard has background music. Let's try some. Tell me if you can hear this. I can't hear nothing. Oh, can you guys hear that? How is that? Is that groovy? Is that okay? You good? You straight? Let me know if you guys can hear that. And if it's chill, is it too chill? Let me know, man. I'll spice the mood up. Hightower Stephanie Link earnings will surprise to the upside this quarter. Very, very interesting. Listen up.
It will be a busy week for investors on the trade and energy fronts. Joining us right now to talk about it is Stephanie Link. She's Chief Investment Strategist at Hightower, also a CNBC contributor. And Steph, first of all, good morning. Great to see you. You think the reason that the markets, thank you, the reason the markets keep moving higher is because it's TGIF. It's Monday today. You want to explain that?
Yeah, so we are getting through some of the unknowns, some of the concerns that we had back in April. So TGIF is we're getting through trade. We still have a lot of questions, but we're getting through it. The geopolitics certainly is calming down. Inflation is coming down. I know it's not where the Fed wants it to be, but it is coming down. And the Fed, well, we don't know exactly when they're going to cut rates, but we're getting closer to that point. It sounds like they might go in September. And if they don't, that's okay too. It'll come later in the fall. But that's another unknown that we're getting through.
The Friday jobs numbers were better than expected. That's a reason that the markets were higher. I guess it's good news in that when the Fed does cut, you think it's going to be for the idea that they can because inflation's come down and not that they have to because the economy's cratering?
Yeah, I mean, right now we're running at about 2.5% in GDP, Becky. And you mentioned the labor market, the non-farm payroll numbers last week, but you also had better JOLTS and the weekly jobless claims numbers. That's something that I've been watching very carefully because we have seen it inch higher, but actually came back down a bit last week as well. So the labor market is still really very firm. The ISMs, PMIs, manufacturing, they're still in contraction, but they are slowly recovering. And I think the biggest tell about the growth in not only in the US, but around the world is that copper prices are up 25% on the year. So that's very healthy. So overall, we're doing okay. That also bodes well for earnings. And I think earnings are going to surprise. Right now, people are expecting about 5-6% in terms of earnings growth for this quarter. I actually think you're going to see double digits. And I think you're going to see margin expansion as well.
So there are some people who have been waiting to get back in. I think you mentioned there's still a lot of cash on the sidelines, but you've been buying even at higher levels for some of the housing and financials. And I guess last week you added to D.R. Horton, you added to Wells Fargo and Truist Financial.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's real value in housing. I know it's very depressed, but the numbers have been coming down. And I think that the expectations are so low. And I think now the numbers are finally at a point where, in terms of housing, where they actually might even beat expectations. D.R. Horton, it's trading at 11.5 times earnings. And so to me, if we get the Fed to cut, I think the housing stocks are going to take off. So I want to be ahead of that. And then Wells Fargo and Truist, I thought that they did really well in terms of the stress tests overall. And I think the financials in general are very attractive because they trade at like 1.5 times book. They're buying back stock. The stress tests we talked about have been better than expected. So they're going to be able to return capital to shareholders, more of it. I mean, Wells Fargo has a $40 billion buyback. They're going to buy back 15% of their market cap. And Truist is going to buy 6% of their market cap back. So I think you want to be buying with them. And there's and the banks, I think, are still really great in terms of values.
Markets are going to surprise people this time or later this year, guys. I believe the same thing. And I also believe that they're going to surprise people to the downside as well in 2027. So yes, feeding the ducks. Let's listen to this. There we go. Let me know if you guys can hear that. Let me know in the chat. Nobody's telling me. Hit yes or no. Let me know, guys. What else do we got? David, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, hit the likes, guys. What do we have? 218 people. We got 72 likes. Let's get it to 100, guys. We got it. We got the beats. We got the fries that'll cross your eyes. We got to get to 100 likes. Elon Musk America Party to support Bitcoin, critique fiat. Now, here's the thing with Elon. He made a mistake, I think, turning on Trump when he did. If he had a plan to run a party for presidency, right? If he was smart, he would have stayed associated with Trump until then. Then I could have seen a world where another billionaire could have come in and run for president. However, now nobody trusts, the crypto community does not trust Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk spent a lot of time in the 2020-2021 bull run manipulating the market and laughing at everybody on X and stuff like that, right? So I don't think that they trust him now. So now, because now he's trying to act like, vote for me, because he saw what the crypto community did for Trump when he was elected, right? So now he's trying to get the crypto community behind him. The problem is he manipulated everybody for a full 4-year cycle. He was laughing at people, costing people money. He was saying good things about Bitcoin to run the price up. And then he would say something bad about it to crash the market. And people were getting so frustrated. If you were around in the last cycle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Elon Musk was tweeting out and crashing the market whenever he felt like it. And he thought it was hilarious, right? So now he's trying to get people to vote for him from the crypto space after all the damage that he's done in crypto over the years. He hasn't even bought Bitcoin for the balance sheets of any of his companies since like 2018, 2019, right? He says he's pro crypto, but he hasn't purchased crypto in, let me look it up. I'm going to look it up right now. When was the last time Elon Musk purchased crypto, Bitcoin or anything, right? Let me check. When was the last time Elon Musk bought Bitcoin for himself or his companies? Let's find out. Let's find out the last time Elon Musk actually purchased crypto. Tesla's last purchase of Bitcoin was in February of 2021. No new purchases have been reported since then. So that's February of 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and we've passed February of 20, almost what, 4 years? Over 4 years now since Elon Musk purchased any Bitcoin at all for himself or for his companies. And he's trying to get the crypto community behind him. He's not as pro crypto as he's pretending to be. And now I like Elon Musk, so it hurts me to say this, but I'm just calling a spade a spade. He did nothing but manipulate the markets in the 2020-2021 cycle, thought it was funny, harming people's investments. He hasn't purchased Bitcoin in over 4 years, right? That doesn't scream to me pro crypto. I don't know about y'all, but it doesn't seem that way to me. Let's get back into the chat a little bit. Yes, you guys can hear the music. Awesome. Green Tea, what's up? Squirtle in the house. What's going on? Game, you playing music? I got the beats, baby. I got the beats. Big Botto. What does this music feel like someone is about to dance? You wish, buddy. You wish. DJ Rob, Carlos, what's up, man? Lawrence, I like the vibes. There you go. J Money, I dig the beats, but it's a little distracting, I'll be honest. Anyone else feel the same way, or am I a lone wolf? Probably because you're not used to me playing it. That's probably what it is, right? Matt with the super chat. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Rob, been touching grass for a while. Patience is a virtue. There you go, man. There you go. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Guys, listen, the super chats have really dried up lately. That's, you know, and the views have dried up lately. That's why I haven't been doing the evening live streams. But you guys, I come in, I test, so you guys are really supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. David, I don't think BTC will dump as hard this winter with so many institutions holding. I disagree. They're going to sell, David. They're going to sell. Right? There's a lot that goes into it. I know there's a lot of content creators out there telling you, a lot of Bitcoin maxis telling you that institutions are not going to sell their Bitcoin. But let me tell you something real quick here, brother. Let's use strategy as an example. When Bitcoin's price starts to tumble down into a bear market, and it will, what do you think the shareholders, the stock of strategy is going to go down with the price of Bitcoin? Just like it's been going up with their Bitcoin purchases, right? The value of Bitcoin goes up, the strategy stock goes up. You can't have one side of the coin without the other, right? So when Bitcoin starts crashing into a bear market, guess what's going to happen? So is the stock of these companies that are holding it, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that they're holding it. But what do you think the shareholders are going to say when the stock price starts to tumble with the price of Bitcoin, they're going to force Michael Saylor to sell. And these institutions will have to start selling their Bitcoin that they're holding and taking their profits. And that's going to drive the price even lower than people are expecting, right? Because of all that selling pressure. Don't ever believe a Bitcoin maxi, man. They don't tell you the truth. They tell you what they want you to think is true so that their bags pump. That's it, man. Volks. Little distracting on the music, but good jams if the charts are only on. There you go. I thought I had another tab playing music. Hey, Brother Rob, what makes you put in the background music? Everyone, do not forget. I'm just trying some things out, man. I'm playing with the new stuff that StreamYard's been providing me, so I'm just having fun with it. If you guys don't like the music, I'll get rid of the music, man. Andrew, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. So let's read the rest of this article, shall we? Musk's new political entity endorses Bitcoin, impacting crypto sentiment. Bitcoin is highlighted as a reliable alternative to fiat. Musk's history with Bitcoin influences market expectations. Elon Musk unveiled plans for his America Party focusing on Bitcoin support. This follows his history of impactful crypto statements. Seen with Tesla, 1.5 billion BTC purchase that made headlines, back in like 2021. Musk's leadership and party aims. The party aims to critique fiat systems, calling them hopeless. His intention mirrors past actions. If he's so bullish on Bitcoin and so bearish on fiat, then why is he not buying any? Right? Why it doesn't make any sense. So he's claiming that he's going to attack. I'll turn that off because you guys are saying you don't like it. He's claiming to be anti-fiat and pro-crypto, but he's not buying any Bitcoin. Watch what they do, not what they say, right? If he was bullish on Bitcoin and did not like fiat, he would be buying Bitcoin like Michael Saylor is, right? So I'm sorry, I don't believe what Elon Musk, I'm not buying what he's selling right now. Unless he starts purchasing Bitcoin again, that's the only way I'm going to believe anything that he says, right? So the music sounds good, brother. Oh, so some people are liking the music, some people are not liking the music. Let me see if I can find something a little bit softer, right? Oh, here you know what? I can turn the music down a little bit, I think. Here, let me fade track in and out. Hang on, I'm just working on the volume, guys. How's that? A little bit quieter. There. Trying to keep it a little bit more chill. There. Just turn it down a little bit. There you go, guys. That should be good. The music is cool. Yes, faded out a little. Is that better now? Does it sound a little bit better? I've softened it in the background a little bit. Yeah, I don't like the dead noise. Just the quiet between sentences, I suppose. But check this out, guys. Long-term market optimism remained sticky despite April lows, says RBC's Amy Wu Silverman. All right, let's check it out.
Highs across the board recently. Let's talk markets with Amy Wu Silverman, RBC Capital Markets, head of derivative strategy. We've had a lot of our favorite technicians on. They're dead wrong. We've had a lot of the fundamental people are wrong most of the time anyway, but most of the ones we've had on, no one was looking for a quick rebound from the April lows to all-time highs. And then, more of the same talk about revisiting the lows and the momentum's waning, and it's not, here we are. But did you think we'd see it this quickly? What were you? I remember when you were on, you were talking about, you look to see whether there's hedges for either, continuing upward moves or downward moves. Were you seeing something that indicated we get back so quickly to all-time highs?
So I'll tell you, the thing that the options market has been saying pretty consistently is short-term, relatively complacent, didn't see those hedges, but longer term, when you think about that term structure, Joe, still has remained high and sticky. And to me, it's always two things. It's kind of timing, and then it's positioning. And, you know, the narrative has been, retail's been kind of right on this, buying every dip, even through Liberation Day, and institutional investors remain wary. And essentially what I think has continued to happen is you get caught off guard and you think about every single instance like this since COVID, and what's the risk? The risk has almost always been to the right tail, to not jumping in quickly enough, to not participating, which is why I think that rally from Liberation Day was so fast and furious.
We're in July, which is a great month, almost all, but it's also liquidity is much thinner, and you say that there's pothole. What do you call them? Volatility potholes or something?
Volatility potholes. Yeah. For someone who doesn't drive, I like driving analogies.
You don't drive. You let other people. You have a driver.
Well, you know, I've been living in the city for 20 years, so and soon like robots are going to drive us around. So I haven't kept up on it.
So they may still hit the potholes.
That's true. That's true.
So it could be anything, and that would cause what, a little bit of a drawdown. But is the overall momentum still indicate higher prices?
You know, it always makes me think, like, where did we sit a year ago? And if you remember, August 5th, we had that huge volatility pothole.
What was that one?
It was, well, that's the funny thing, right?
Economic indicator?
You know, the fact that you kind of are like, wait a minute, what was it? Kind of tells you
I'm trying to remember what happened last. I like that.
I hear
what
you.
happened yesterday. So.
No, I hear you. It was basically poor economic data, but what was interesting about it is you had essentially the same situation you're kind of having now, which is typically seasonally lower volatility month, lower liquidity, folks are on vacation. And so what was surprising about it, this was also related to the yen unwind, but it was the idea that, like, why would this one thing create this huge spike to, you know, VIX in the 60s? I think we're at risk for something like that happening again this summer. But what I think investors have learned is when you get those potholes, you actually use that to jump back in. So you get that velocity just like you did on April 2nd and you did August 5th of last year. But then what have people been trained to do? You jump back in because that was your opportunity that you didn't get when you missed the momentum from a few months ago.
No, I remember. That was the highest the VIX got.
For a long time. Yeah, since 2020, essentially.
Right. And it was nothing compared to, you know, Liberation Day or at least didn't seem like as big an event as we had. And that was just economic worries.
It was, yeah, which essentially triggered. And to me, a lot of it, honestly, was this liquidity vacuum that we are now, to be clear, going into. July, August tends to be when, you know, the market makers, they're there, but it's not necessarily the people who are like usually the ones doing it. And so I think you're at risk for those volatility potholes. But I think what's interesting about it is for some institutional investors, this may actually be the opportunity that they have missed since Liberation Day, since we got that big rally post the big sell-off. And perhaps, you know, when you think about positioning, it's not as intuitive as I think people think with just the nervousness around hedging.
Good time to DCA, guys. Good time to DCA. Absolutely. Where are we here? Where were we? Spuds likes the music. Spuds likes the music. That's what I like to hear. The music's not bad, brother. It gives different vibes. There you go. J Money. That's a lot better. Nice. Guys, make sure you hit the like. Beebs, I'm not sure if anyone else is having a problem trying to send their super chat, but I'm having issues. I don't know. Is anybody else having issues sending super chats? Beeb is struggling, guys. Let me know in the chat if anybody else is having a hard time sending the super chats. Bloisey, what's up, buddy? Hey, Rob, need a positive reinforcement? I live in a high progressive crypto tax county. 20 to 55%, just riding my position to avoid tax events, just holding till we hit our targets. Am I overthinking it? Yeah, you are, my friend, because listen, the people who worry about how much tax they're going to pay, at the end of the day, you're making life-changing wealth, right? You're investing X amount of money and you're coming out with probably 10, 20, 50X that money, and you got to pay some taxes. You still have a massive amount of money compared to what you had when you got started, right? So greed, now I don't want to pay taxes more than anybody else, right? But greed will make you overthink that stuff and try to think of ways to avoid it and stuff. And guys, you just really got to just take it, right? You just got to take it dry and pay your taxes. You're still coming out of it way ahead of where you were when you got into crypto in the first place. You're still going to have life-changing wealth to reinvest in the next cycle to really destroy and make profits, right? So, Otaku, my guy, where have you been, man? I was thinking about you today. I was like, where the hell is Otaku? We were asking where you were last night in the live over on the Patreon, man. How's the big guy doing? Did you decide where you want to move yet? No, I have not decided yet. I'm going to do some traveling in the bear market and visit some places, and then I'll have a better idea of where I want to live. So, Volks, I want those tax problems. Means we're making money. Yes, exactly. If you don't have large tax payments you have to make on your capital gains, that means you didn't make big money, right? Hey, Rob, game passed. What's up, man? Hey, Rob, have you noticed the Nadix split keeps going down? Why? Nadix split? What do you mean Nadix split? I don't know what that means. Is that a typo or something? Nadix keeps going down. Everything's down. Nadix, where is Nadix? Nadix is only down 1.3% on the day, man. No, I don't know what you mean, brother. I don't think Nadix is falling any more than anything else. Here's the thing, guys. There's nothing that's more kind of perturbing to me than somebody will ask me why when you look across the entire altcoin market, like when you look across the entire crypto bubbles and everything's red, everything, and then somebody says, hey man, why is my one altcoin, why is that altcoin red? I'm just like, what? Like, everything's red, man. Everything's red. CC is 4.5 mil Jasmy enough to retire at 26. Depends on when you sell, my friend. Depends on when you sell. Brother, do you think Zebek found its low? It depends on if Bitcoin keeps going down. If Bitcoin has lower lows, then it's probably going to drag altcoins down further with it. But I think 202 is going to happen for Zebek. So, game. Sorry, I'm saying how much of that first place get less now from. Sorry, I'm at work, bro. Hey, no problem, man. No problem. Gets less. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble understanding what you're asking, my friend. Big Botto says super chat works fine. So there you go, Beebs. There you go. You must be drunk. All right. So Hara tweeted this out, guys. I covered it a little bit earlier in a video, but check it out anyways. Hara says, I am delighted to be back in Dubai as a speaker at the Blockchain Life Forum. As we move forward in the DePIN business, we must develop both Web 2 and Web 3. For example, the majority of GPU users are in Web 2, mainly in big tech. Jasmy has developed deeply in the Web 2 area so far. We are preparing to expand into the new phase this year. We look forward to speaking with you on that day. Guys, remember, this quarter between July and September, Jasmy's Jenkins mainnet goes live, and so does the DEX in their ecosystem. So I'm interested to see, are we going to be able to use their DEX here in the US and in Canada? It's going to be interesting to see. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. We should be able to use it. It's a DEX, so it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. Otaku, love the new music, Rob. Makes me want to just drift down a lazy river at midnight. There you go, brother. There you go. Jared, stopping by before my boss has scooping up some more. Miria, 3 zeros. There you go, man. There she is, Gamma Goddess. I haven't been able to send gold tabs either. Sorry, I'm late. It's like trying to catch a Pokemon, chasing down my 3-year. Yes, exactly. You haven't been able to send them either? Like, is it like not allowing you to or something? I'm going to have to talk to YouTube support about that if there's an issue. Yamaha, what's going on, man? Been a minute. It's been a minute. The music is a little distracting, maybe more than a little. Thanks for all the alpha. Hey, no worries, man. Japan isn't a hype culture. Jasmine's better than ever. 100% agree. Sir Crypto, I agree 100% with that. What else do we have? Check this out from Zbeck, you guys. Little Zbeck update for you. They tweeted, excited to welcome 2 talented leaders to the Zbeck team. Stelios, I'm going to have trouble with their names, but bear with me. Senior Product Manager. He joins us after serving as Principal Engineer at London Stock Exchange Group and holding senior roles at Royal Bank and Scotland, Expedia, bringing deep expertise in financial systems and big data. 2 new additions to the management team over at Zbeck, guys. Ike Reichart, head of the UI UX, comes aboard with a stellar background as senior UX UI designer and product manager at BMW, Mini Volkswagen Group, Lucid Software, and Kraft Heinz, Just Spices, spanning automotive, FMCG, and e-commerce. Their experience will help us continue to refine Zbeck's products and UX as we scale. Boom. 2 new management members over at Zbeck. You love to see it, guys. Milk Money enjoying the background music. Nice. There you go. I'm kind of enjoying it too, to be honest with you. Come on, guys. We smash the like button and subscribe and join to the Patreon group. Absolutely. Richie Rich, what's up, buddy? Now that you're out of the music, I'm going to have to start drinking during it. There you go. Gamma Goddess, it's not letting me send goals tab or the $4.99 super chat. Only $9.99 and up. It started a few days ago. Let me check the goals because I have it set at only I have it set at just $4.99. That's it. That's strange. I don't know why it would be doing that. It's not at 10. I don't have it set at 10. Separate things. Gamma, I'm having the same issue. That is strange, guys. You could just try to use the $sign down at the bottom of the chat instead of the goals tab. If you go to the bottom of the chat, or where you type in what you want to say, right to the right of it is the $sign thing there. If you try that, you can do it that way instead of the goals tab. Matt says testing the goals tab. There you go. Yeah, it works for Matt. That's weird. Kevin says the more you like, the bigger the pump. Jared says, could you see a Zbeck run like the Nadix soon? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Zbeck's going to have its time. It's just patience, right? Zbeck needs to consolidate whenever it finds support first, right? So patience is going to be a thing. So Jeff says, cut the music. I'm using Google Chrome browser on Windows PC, not my phone. That's why I'm saying the $sign. I can only... Wow, that's weird, man. That is strange. What's your Jasmine price prediction for the end of the year? 20 to 25 cents. Oh, it's working for Marvin. He says, just because this is the best Patreon on earth. I love you, Marvin. I love you, brother. Thank you so much, man. God bless you, my friend. And we got Dr. Ken. Thank you so much as well, my friend. Thanks for everything, Rob. I appreciate you, man. Goals tab seems to be working for some people, but not for others. That is absolutely strange. But thank you guys so much for supporting me, supporting the channel. It truly does mean everything, guys. It really, really does. All right, let's continue on with the news. We got one more thing to talk about here. One more thing to talk about. Ethereum nears 2,700 with 1.45 million transactions fueling bullish momentum. Ethereum has returned to critical resistance zones near $2,700, while daily on-chain transactions approach all-time highs. The technical structure remains locked inside a range as both chart behavior and network usage intensify in July. Ethereum is trading between $2,100 and $2,900 with a current price of $2,575. Throughout June and July, the 2450 to 2500 zone provided strong mid-range support, resulting in many rebounds. With Ethereum reclaiming this level, traders now monitor the $2,700 mark for continuation, strength, or rejection behavior. According to Crypto's Batman, Ethereum has repeatedly used the blue rectangle between 2450 and 2500 as equilibrium. He explains this area has served as both support and resistance, confirming its technical importance across the past 2 months. For the price action, he's added that the pullback from 2700 has not broken this zone, maintaining structural clarity. Tracking the stochastic oscillator, Crypto Batman reports a recent death cross with values at 68.20 and 55.70. Despite this signal, price candles have reclaimed the range midpoint with conviction since June 24th low. He notes that a bounce from this zone would add confidence, but warns momentum remains weak unless volume steps in. So we need some volume. While the charts trade sideways, Ethereum's daily transaction volume is brushing against its previous all-time high. Over 1.45 million transactions per day are being processed, rivaling the peak activity levels from the 2021 bull cycle. This uptick signals heightened on-chain engagement from both decentralized apps and long-term participants. In analyzing this trend, Merlin, the trader, outlines Ethereum's steady climb from mid-2024. He points to Epoch 253228 as a moment when activity surpassed 1.35 million daily transactions. From his perspective, Ethereum's consistency reflects a network-driven usage rather than speculation. He also mentions that the transaction count never collapsed post-2021, holding above 700,000 through 2023. This stretch, followed by a breakout, adds weight to Ethereum's bullish macro narrative. Can this pace be sustained over the next quarter, or will the price catch up to usage? With both transaction velocity and price testing critical zones, Ethereum's next breakout depends on fresh volume. Traders now watch 2700 to 2900 closely, while the 1.5 million transaction mark reinforces the network's long-term trend. So, can Ethereum break out? And if it does, will altcoins follow suit? Sir Crypto says, Rob, if Jasmy is 20 to 25 cents, I'm selling and earning APY interest. There you go. Perfect. That's what I like to hear, man. I'm not selling mine. KD3, gunning to run and ready to go. Let the charts climb. I agree, my friend. Thank you so much as well. Absolutely super fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to do some buying tonight, guys. Keep an eye out over on the Patreon tonight. I will be putting my buy alerts up there for you guys. I'm going to do some DCing into some of my favorite altcoins, so stay tuned for that. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. It's been just about an hour. Thank everybody for showing up. It's greatly appreciated. As always, guys, if you want to join our live streams over on the Patreon, if you need mentorship in this space from someone who's been through multiple bull runs, it can help you get out of this space with your profits intact. We can teach you everything from structuring your portfolio to exit strategies, designing plans to take your profits, knowing when not to take profits, technical analysis, everything in between, guys. Tokenomics, how to do research, everything you need to know about crypto to be a success, we can teach you over on the Patreon. Not to mention the fact that we just dropped 2 passive income videos in the last couple of days, guys. Learn how to make passive income in crypto so you can leave your 9 to 5. That's the goal. That's the plan. That's the dream. So come on over to the Patreon and check it out. We got some more chats to get into. Danny's in the house. Gamma Goddess just wanted the option to still support the channel when I'm running low on powder, but today's a great day. Love you, Rob. Oh, I love you too, Gamma Goddess. You're the best. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ramona slides in with a super sticker at the last moment. I was wondering where you were at, Ramona. Good to see you. Are you driving again? Let me know. Morgan, sorry, I just joined and found out who you are. What do you think of Miria? Morgan, we absolutely love Miria on this channel, my friend. You have definitely come to the right place for Miria. Absolutely. And welcome to the family, my friend. Welcome to the family. Jomri, Brother Rob, please check your DMs on the Patreon. I will, my friend. I will. I got a bunch to go through, so yes. All right, guys, I will see you guys over on the Patreon. Like I said before, get over there for passive income opportunities. Quit your 9 to 5. Learn how to do this for a living, guys. Join our live streams. Check out our daily crypto picks and more over on the Patreon. Keep an eye out for my buy alerts, guys. I will see you in the next one. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.